Let's just get right into it. Today, we're diving into an explainer on literally the most massive global obsession on the planet, the FIFA World Cup. We're talking about a phenomenon that completely transcends borders, languages, and cultures, and it commands the attention of billions of people.
I mean, just think about this for a second. Why does the world literally stop for one single game? Every 4 years, we see this absolutely incredible reality. Normally bustling, chaotic streets, completely empty. Almost half the human race tunes in. We're talking billions of people glued to their screens, sitting in living rooms, packing into public squares. Entire nations are basically holding their collective breath, just waiting to erupt in this one united shout of goal. It's a spectacle unlike anything else on Earth.
Section 1. A global passion, the unifying power of football.
Section 2. Beginning of the World Cup. From a dream to reality.
Now, to really wrap our heads around the sheer magnitude of this event, we've got to travel back to its roots. Because an event of this scale, it didn't just appear out of thin air. Way back in 1904, FIFA was founded with this massively ambitious dream to create a single, unified stage for the absolute best in the world. And by 1930, after decades of just relentless effort, that dream finally became a reality with the very first World Cup. Then skip ahead just a bit to 1958, and this 17-year-old kid named Pele arrives on the scene to just completely redefine what was even physically possible on a football pitch.
Okay, so think about the sprawling, month-long, 32-team mega tournaments we're so used to seeing today. Now, picture this. Only 13 teams competed in that inaugural tournament hosted by Uruguay. 13! It was fiercely competitive, sure, but logistically, it was kind of the Wild West. Actually, get this, several European teams literally had to take a grueling 3-week boat ride across the Atlantic Ocean just to get there.
And that intimate, let's call it original tournament, culminated with a massive local showdown. Host nation Uruguay didn't just defeat Argentina to lift a piece of silverware in 1930. No, they planted a permanent seed. They showed the rest of the globe exactly what ultimate sporting immortality looked like, and that sparked this brand new ambition that would just spread like wildfire to every single corner of the earth.
Section 3. Era of great teams. The rise of global powerhouses.
So as the tournament absolutely exploded in scale over the next few decades, these distinct, contrasting philosophies really started to clash. On one hand, you had European nations turning the game into this highly organized tactical chess match. It was all about structure and strict discipline. But then, in direct response, South America, and famously led by Brazil, brought what they call ginga. It was this undeniable swagger, just breathtaking technique and sheer flair that proved, hey, football could actually be high art. They weren't just winning games, they were completely captivating fans everywhere and totally revolutionized the entire aesthetic of the sport.
Section 4. Superheroes of football. Eras defined by legends.
Ultimately, the World Cup is a story about the remarkable individuals who just rise to the occasion. The real magic here is how the torch of greatness gets seamlessly passed from one generation directly to the next. You go from a teenage Pele cementing his absolute legend status in '58, and then the burden of brilliance falls to Diego Maradona, whose 1986 run is basically the stuff of myth at this point. And then that immense weight gets inherited by icons like Zidane and the original Ronaldo, paving the way directly for the modern duopoly of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Those two alone connected hundreds of millions of new fans to the game.
Section 5. The historic 2022 final, a modern climax in Qatar.
Decades of history, fierce passion, and just constantly escalating rivalries all funneled into one spectacular, mind-bending match in the Middle East, Argentina versus France. And guys, it wasn't just a match. It was this agonizing, multi-goal roller coaster that literally had the entire planet gasping for air. But beyond the sheer spectacle of it all, it was the ultimate narrative payoff. You have Lionel Messi, right at the twilight of his career, finally conquering the absolute last mountain that had eluded him. He finally fulfilled his lifelong dream on the only stage that truly matters.
Section 6. Much more than a trophy, the emotional weight of the World Cup. When we look back at all these historic moments, it becomes super clear that the World Cup, well, it's not just 13 pounds of 18-karat gold. It's a profound symbol of national identity. When these players step onto that pitch, they aren't just playing a game. They're carrying the pride, the history, and the incredibly heavy hopes of millions of people back home. It's basically the ultimate crucible for a player's dreams. And for that 1 month every 4 years, it literally becomes the heartbeat of billions of fans all across the globe.
There's a saying that perfectly captures these unfiltered, raw stakes. It goes, "A goal can give joy to a country,
and a defeat can bring tears to millions of eyes. That razor-thin line between absolute pure euphoria and just devastating heartbreak is exactly why we can't look away. It's that incredibly high emotional ceiling, and let's be honest, that deep emotional floor that elevates this event into the undisputed greatest sporting festival on the planet.
And so every 4 years, the slate is wiped entirely clean, and a brand new chapter gets written. Which leaves us with this final, kind of provocative thought to reflect on. When the world stops once again in 4 years, what new heroes and stories are going to emerge? Because the World Cup, it's never just about the tournament we just watched. It's the ongoing, never-ending story of our world's greatest shared dream. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I hope you're walking away with a renewed appreciation